So I'd like to begin welcoming everyone for joining us this Sunday. My name's Athena, for those that don't know, and I will be leading our Sunday service this morning with the help of some of our volunteers. To get us started, I'm going to do a refresher about Psanctuary. Psanctuary Church, for those who may not have joined us before, is a 508c1a faith-based organization. We use psilocybin mushrooms as a sacrament to connect us to divinity. It is our sincere belief that the consumption of psilocybin-containing mushrooms is a communion which brings us closer to what's commonly called God. We understand this concept as pure consciousness, which permeates all being. This pure consciousness is, we believe, the ineffable source of creation and the origin of health and well-being. Our faith in sacred mushrooms stems from prehistorical use by our ancestors and personal experiences of our modern members. It is our belief that psilocybin-containing mushrooms are one of the greatest sacraments that nature offers, raising our awareness so that we can access a direct connection to the source of life. We should not be mistaken for a medical or therapeutic organization. We strongly encourage anyone facing trauma recovery or mental health issues to work in conjunction with a psychiatrist, psychologist, or accredited therapist. Our objective is to help and support you in reconnecting with the universal source of healing, your own divine spirit. As we get ready to begin today's service, we ask that you mute your mics if they are not muted already. We want to let you know this meeting is being recorded, which if you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out privately. A portion of this service, we will invite you to journal. So now is a good time to grab a notebook and pen if you'd like to participate in that. And please do, if possible for you, find a comfortable space where you can relax and be present for today's service. The service portion of our gathering is around 30 minutes of silent participation on your part, during which time we will begin with a short meditation. We'll read the poem which the church has adopted as our acknowledgement of oneness with all that is, titled A Litany of Gratitude. A reading from our rotating text currently as One Thinketh, along with an opportunity to journal your thoughts around the reading. A reading from our main text, the Tao Te Ching. After that, we will bring the official service to a close. From there, we'll move into an optional discussion period led by Eric and Courtney today, in which we've allotted an hour and a half for this portion until noon Eastern, and do invite you to participate if you feel called. And with that, I'll officially open up our service today. Welcome, and thank you for joining our Sanctuary community in celebration. As we begin our statement of faith, we recognize that this statement does not exhaust the full extent of our faith. We believe that sacred mushrooms are a primary source of personal and divine revelation. We seek counsel from the mushroom to find direction and inspiration in our faith practice. And we believe that all individuals who seek true revelation from divinity can do so. I invite Courtney to lead our meditation this morning.
Thanks, Athena. Good morning, everyone. I invite you all now to join me in a 5-minute meditation. So please do get comfortable if you are not already. When you're ready, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. This 5 minutes is an opportunity to tune in with ourselves and our being, not having to make any changes, just an opportunity to notice what's here with us in the moment. As you breathe, you may notice the sensation of air flowing in and out of your lungs, through your body. You may notice other sensations physically as well. This is simply a time to see what's here. You may also notice sounds that you may not have noticed before. Again, this is a sweet several moments in our day. We can simply just see with curiosity what's going on with us. You notice your mind starting to wander off into the future or the past. You can just notice that too. You can use your breath as an anchor to bring you back into the moment. You may notice thoughts running through your being, like clouds drifting through the sky. Continue to come back to your breath. Allowing your breath to nourish your being. And as we come out of this meditation back into the service space, I invite you to offer yourself some gratitude for showing up this morning, for not only you, but our community here at Sanctuary. When you're ready, the final deep breath. I invite you to wiggle your fingers and your toes, and rotate your shoulders, your ankles. Give a little stretch and come back into the service space this morning. Very nice, you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Courtney. Now lead us in our litany of gratitude. And I invite you to unmute the mics if you'd like and join me when I say, we live in all things live in us. We live by the sun, we feel by the moon, we move by the stars. We live in all things,
all things live in us.
We eat from the earth, we drink from the rain, we breathe of the air. We live in all things,
all things live in us.
We call to each other, we listen to each other, our hearts deepen with love and compassion. We live in all things, all things
live in us.
We depend on the trees and animals. We depend on the earth. Our minds open with wisdom and insight. We live in all things, all things
live in us.
We dedicate our practice to others. We include all forms of life. We celebrate the joy of living and dying. We live in all things
live in us.
We are full of life. We are full of death. We are grateful for all beings and companions. Thank you, everyone. If you resume your mute, we'll move on with our service today. I invite Lynn to assist us with our first reading.
Good morning. This one's from As One Thinketh, Chapter 3. The body is the servant of the mind. It obeys the operations of the mind, whether they be deliberately chosen or automatically expressed. At the bidding of unlawful thoughts, the body sinks rapidly into disease and decay. At the command of glad and beautiful thoughts, it becomes clothed with usefulness and beauty. Disease and health, like circumstances, are rooted in thought. Sickly thoughts will express themselves through a sickly body. Thoughts of fear have been known to kill as speedily as a bullet, and they are continually killing thousands of people just as surely, though less rapidly. The people who live in fear of disease are the people who get it. Anxiety quickly demoralizes the whole body and lays it open to the entrance of disease, while impure thoughts, even if not physically indulged, will soon shatter the nervous system. Strong, pure, and happy thoughts build up the body in vigor and grace. The body is a delicate and plastic instrument which responds readily to the thoughts by which it is impressed, and habits of thought will produce their own effects, good or bad, upon it. Out of a clean heart comes a clean life and a clean body. Out of a defiled mind proceeds a defiled life and corrupt body. Thought is the fount of action, life, and manifestation. Make the fountain pure and all will be pure. Change of diet will not help one who does not change their thoughts. When one's thoughts are pure, they no longer desire impure food.
Thank you, Lynn. We'll now take 5 minutes to reflect if you have your journal nearby and you have a journal prompt. So in this 5 minutes, envision yourself happy and healthy. As your mind wanders, continue to come back to this vision of yourself happy and healthy. Go into specifics as much as possible by imagining yourself in scenarios or with people that facilitate this feeling. Notice how your body responds to these positive thoughts. Set the timer and come back and If you'd like to begin finishing up your thoughts. I'll move us into our next portion of the service. The paradoxical nature of life and its mysteries are best experienced through the ineffable space we find in our communion with the mushroom. For more than 2,000 years, the Tao Te Ching has provided guidance and instruction for exploring the paradox of existence. It is for this reason that we employ the Tao Te Ching as our primary sacred text and invite all to study it further as you delve deeper into the mystery of life. I invite Derek to help us with our next reading.
Good morning, everyone. Tao Te Ching, chapter 54. What is well planted cannot be uprooted. What is well embraced cannot slip away. Your descendants will carry on the ancestral sacrifice for generations without end. Cultivate virtue in your own person, and it becomes a genuine part of you. Cultivate it in the family, and it will abide. Cultivate it in the community, and it will live and grow. Cultivate it in the state, and it will flourish abundantly. Cultivate it in the world, and it will become universal. Hence, a person must be judged as a person, a family as a family, a community as a community, a state as a state, the world as world. How do I know about the world? By what is within me.
Thank you, Derek. Now officially start to bring the service to a close. We do have some announcements today. So this Tuesday, May 10th, we have our Sacred Circle led by Eric at our Broadway location. You can pre-register for that, and I'll drop a link in the chat. This Friday, we will be launching our Prep and Integration workshop series that we're really excited to bring to you via Zoom. It begins again this Friday, May 13th from 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern. And for more details, I will drop the link in the chat. Eric and Courtney will actually be leading the discussion with some of the tools that they'll be bringing into that Prep and Integration workshop series. We also have we will be launching our 8-week cleric certification program, and the info page is now live. We'll be hosting a Q&A for members who are interested in registering this coming Saturday, May 14th from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern, and enrollment will begin that day. So if you'd like the link to that, you can direct message me and I'll send it to you in the chat. For those, if you have enjoyed our service and the community conversations afterwards, we would love it if you would consider making a donation to help support the efforts of the church. All donations received gratefully go towards current programs, development and implementation of those new programs, and operating expenses. And by donating, you help bring to reality the visions for Psanctuary Church. Our community consists of families and individuals from all walks of life and is open to individuals from any faith or background. If you, like many others throughout history, hold these mushrooms as a sacrament for sincere and intentional spiritual practice and would like to be a part of this community, we invite you to head over to our membership application page and begin the membership process, which I'll drop a link in the chat as well. Becoming a member is a 5-step process, which includes a discovery call with us. Members of Psanctuary Church have access to our growing list of integration coaches and therapists, members-only events, including sacrament opportunities, our membership portal, and our members-only Discord chat, which is a daily connection with the community throughout the week. And with that, I will bring our service to a close, recognizing we've come together with intentions of service to the land and all its inhabitants. It is in our hearts to go forth into the world with the collective consciousness. We do encourage you to stay for continued fellowship and conversation around our readings today. And for those unable to stay, we thank you for being with us. As we further our conversation, please remember that all perspectives are welcome as we search for the spiritual truth that unites us all. And with that, much love to everyone, and I will end our recording